Hi, it's Timo. Welcome to Norwich City Central.
What's going on, everyone? It's Lewis here from Norwich City Central. Preston North End 3, Norwich City 1. Leeds go back to the top of the table. Norwich City lose their first away match since August. It's been an incredible away run for Norwich City, obviously not losing since August. 13 games unbeaten, but it's come to the end to Alex Neil's Preston side. And Alex Neil and Declan Rudd, both ex-Norwich City people, have come back to haunt us. Declan Rudd with an incredible goalkeeper performance, and obviously Alex Neil's Preston causing an upset and a 3-1 win. And Preston, fair play, that was absolutely brilliant. They're very direct. Their long balls caused us problems, and when they needed a bit of luck, their goalkeeper was absolutely superb. So it's disappointing from a Norwich City perspective. And Leeds are now top. It's pretty much the worst night possible. Leeds are top. Sheffield United closed the gap, but now there's only 2 points between us and third. So it was a disappointing day for Norwich City, but there's no need to panic. We just got to make sure, coming up against Bolton, who are going to be in good spirits after beating Birmingham away, which is absolutely terrific result. We've got to make sure we get the win and get back to winning ways. Definitely miss Mario Rancic and Mo Leitner tonight, in particular in that first half where we really struggled to control the tempo. But leave me your thoughts down below as Norwich City suffer at the hands of ex-Norwich City people. And the first half we started very poor. I spoke about it in my match preview. Norwich City and Preston have both conceded the most set-piece goals, and set pieces are going to be key. 2 minutes in, long ball in by Preston, straight into the head of the Preston player. I think it was Davis, and Preston make it 1-0. And it's just like, it's typical Norwich, isn't it? Conceded the most set-piece goals now, and surely when you're coming up against a Preston North End side who have got some very good players in the air, you want to be switched on early on in the game, which we just weren't, which was really disappointing. But not, at the end of the day, everyone at Norwich City is going to be disappointed. The players are going to be. Definitely weren't at it today, but Norwich City have performed a lot of miracles this season, so you can allow a poor night off up in the northeast. But yeah, straight after that, Norwich City had a really good chance to score. Timu Pukki was put through brilliantly by Emi Buendia, and the combination between Emi Buendia and Timu Pukki has been superb this season. Really loved watching Emi Buendia. I thought he had a good game today, apart from the penalty he conceded. Timu Pukki goes through in goal, and yeah, it was disappointing, but it was a fantastic save from Declan Rudd, who was absolutely superb in the game. Preston as well. They were the better team in that first half. Norwich City struggled to keep the ball. Tetty and Tribal. As much as people on Twitter have said Tetty had a poor game, I think Tribal was poor as well. Just couldn't keep hold of the ball. Looked disjointed. Didn't really keep the ball, as I said, well enough. And Preston's direct balls caused us problems. They had long balls in behind the channels, getting in behind the fullbacks of Lewis and Aarons, and it caused us a lot of problems. And switching to the 5 at the back didn't really help as well. Onel Hernandez couldn't really have the licence to go forward as much. So they hit the crossbar and then the penalty. Buendia, he's considered a couple penalties now. He's a very feisty player, Buendia, which I like about him, but sometimes he does lack a bit of discipline, and that's the one major concern in his game. Gallagher scores the penalty to make it 2-0, just goes under Krul's arm. A few years ago, I reckon Tim Krul would have saved that. And then we get a penalty as well. I've watched it back, I don't think it was a penalty, so you could argue it's justice. Marcus Steepman, Declan Rudd saves again, and we're just like, how are we going to beat Declan Rudd today? Norwich City have had 6 penalties this season and scored just the 1, which shows how poor we are at penalties, whether it's Timu Pukki taking them, Steepman at taking them, Rancic taking them, Rhodes taking them, we just cannot score them. So we go into half-time 2-0 down, but second half we bring on Jordan Rhodes, and that changes the game a little bit. We have Jordan Rhodes, Pukki up front, Steepman just behind, and we have a bit more going forward. We keep the ball better, Preston on the back foot. And yeah, just as I said, we're keeping the ball better now. Rhodes and Pukki, their physical presence is starting to cause problems, and we were definitely a lot better. Pukki went close a couple of times, but yet, as I said, Declan Rudd was an absolutely superb goalkeeping performance. And then, just as we're causing Preston a lot of problems, Brown from 35 yards out, if he scored it, it would have been one of the goals of the season. A terrific strike, hits the crossbar, and then on the rebound, Maguire scores to give Preston a 3-0 lead. And although Norwich City had the comeback with Kings from 3-0 down away at Preston, how well they were playing, how well they was digging in defending, you just aren't coming back. We did get a consolation goal through Timu Pukki, but we lost the game 3-1. Overall, no need to panic, but it's certainly a reality check for Norwich City. If you think Norwich City are going to get top 2 easy now, if you think there's easy games from now to the end of the season, you're certainly wrong. Whether it's going to be a relegation side who are scrapping for points, mid-table teams or anyone, every championship game's tough, and every championship team causes a lot of problems for you. So it's going to be tough. We got Bolton. You'd expect us to win, but Bolton are in good form, and as well as that, Earlier on in the season, Bolton almost escaped Carrow Road with a point, so it's going to be a difficult game, but I don't think there's no need to panic. But Norwich City were the second best team tonight. I thought Preston played very well. They're very good at getting behind the channels, and their physical presence, that their direct balls caused us too many problems, and we didn't keep the ball well enough. In the second half we were a lot better, yes, but an inspired performance by Declan Rudd cost Norwich City anything of getting out the game. So yeah, disappointing, but move on to Bolton now. Haven't got a lot of time to prepare, but it's really critical we get back to winning ways and stay in that top 2 spot, because Sheffield United are breathing down our neck. Leeds United, Sheffield United, I don't think play Saturday, or we're certainly going to be the ones who have played the games, and I'd rather try and get the points on the board rather than have the game in hands. But the teams are right behind us now, on our shoulder, and I've got games in hand, in particular Bristol City. So it's going to be an interesting end to the season. Leave me your thoughts down below. Preston North End 3, Norwich City 1.